Yeah, mate. Now, Neotech. Normally they're built really well. Normally. But this one here, I was gonna call it a screaming pig, or full bore, or something like that. I just gonna call it the pig. It's been a real pig. I poured it, mindful mod, all that stuff, but it has been just playing up. I replaced the seals yesterday, and this seal here is one out of the oil pump, because I can tell there's mark on the oil seal here from like a hacksaw, or the hit was something, I'm not sure what it was. But they pushed the seal in too far into the housing, and all I've done was put the housing on my lap like this, the right side socket, and I hammered it, and it just fell straight out. So I put it back into where I think it should be, level with the earth of the actual housing, so when you put your housing down something flat, it knocks down to the base of the housing, so flat. So far it looks good. So after that I decided to do a leg down test, and I couldn't do one because I don't have a little blockage thing for the decomp valve, so I couldn't lock that off. You can buy bolts and stuff, I don't have one. So I thought I'll do it the old fashioned way, a cheap man's way. I put sudsy water on the seals and just try like that. So I wound it over, and the seal under the flywheel was leaking too, so I popped the seal with a tool. I made a tool, you push it down and you pop your seal and it comes out. I'll grab that and show you what it looks like. It's pretty easy, mate. Okay, got me tool. Just need to angle on it, a bit of patience. Just grind it back like that. It's a bit of a hook, and you jam it in the seal like that, and just lift the seal up. Lots of guys have done it, but I've never used one before. I do have the tool from Pharmatech, where it goes into the seal, inside like that. Inside the seal, it expands, and you wind it another screw and I pull the thing out. Now they do work, but they're hard, they're pain in the ass. You grab the steel and it bends, it twists. It's very time consuming. I've even modified that to get more of a bite, and it's just hard, guys. So I didn't want to replace that seal, but once I wound it over, you see bubbles and stuff coming out. I had to do it, so that's been done. I've mode sealed the seal on the O-ring, the small O-ring on the outlet of this thing. I tried to replace it. I don't have an O-ring so small. It's about that big. That big on the 3 mils on the outlet pipe, and about 4 mils on the outside of the pipe. The ones I've got, the smallest one, it's just slightly too big, so I didn't do it. I mode sealed that. It's been 14 hours. I made sure she was seated properly. Mode sealed around the main there's a big O-ring, about that big. I made sure the sealing on that. So more than anything now, it's time to start up and see if she oils. Now I noticed with this thing, the high screw is set on 2 1/4 turns. It's only a turn and a quarter now. It shouldn't be so rich. Trying to make this thing run right because it's running funny because the crank seals. And I've got the low on 1 1/2 turn thing was for low. I haven't run yet though, but I did notice the oil screw was up too, so almost full bore on the oil. So I'll start up and see if she sounds. And if it's good, we'll go to the woodyard after this. I'll upload this video. Go to the woodyard and try out this. We'll get both these girls. We'll get the Husqvarna, not Husqvarna, the Pharmatech G888. We'll get her going. Got a big outlet. I'm not impressed with this one at all. It was running way too rich. I couldn't find the screw on the carby to adjust it, and got the end of the day I worn it. So I gave up on her. I've got another 24-inch bar, 404 chain, back at 404 chain. I'm not sure if it's full semi-chisel or full chisel on this particular saw, but it's still sharp. I think it's semi-chisel, I think. Yeah, semi-chisel. This one here is a brand new full chisel from Hurricane. Now, I deal on my longer stuff, but I do try other brands that they like. I haven't used one yet, tried the bag last night. It's super sharp. I'm curious to see how she'll cut, because I want to show off the saw. If the saw goes the way it should go, it probably hasn't a problem. Now the Husqvarna of this, the 3120, would do over 14,000 revs. I was watching Dub Saw Shop. He's doing over 14,000 revs. So this should do the same thing. So I'll just see if she starts up. It's more like, can I get an oil here? If I get an oil here, we'll go for a cut. No point going down the road if I can't get it started up. Look at me use the screw driver. Make yourself some room. Don't you have stuff. They're heavy, guys. Don't ever buy one if you've got a problem with your back. You like to do that, it's about close to 20 kilos, I suppose. When I was younger, I wouldn't have a problem. But show her in front. See if she sounds like, I hope she sounds good. I'll zoom in a bit. Try not to film my ass too much. Try and start her off. I'll have to adjust it just so she aisles properly. Have a see. Let's see, aisles through there. If it does run, it'll run fast, yeah, because the extra screws and stuff like that. But I should be able to adjust that out right now, hopefully. If everything's right. And another thing too, you guys. I'll go grab that, I'll show you. Grab it, I'll grab it. Hang on. This is the other problem I have. I replaced the flywheel. Now, it probably is my fault. This flywheel was hitting the cylinder after I done the gasket delete. So I undone bits of these slag and stuff on birds on the flywheel. Not much, just cleaned it up, and it vibrated a little bit. I cut myself. Vibrated just a little bit. At full revs, you can feel that vibration. Got the thing off, and it felt loose on the shafts. And I had a bucket of time to get it off. It like it been Loctite on. Finally got it off with a lot of help from my son. Turns out it's a Pharmatech. So I bought another flywheel from Pharmatech, and it turns out the circumference of these flywheels are different. So the new flywheel is slightly rounder, and I couldn't get it to fit on the coil. There's the coil that was on this. It would run, and I couldn't stop it. So I got a coil like that in the shed. Old saws. The kill switch in here, I don't know what it is, the wiring. It gives up after a while, and it worked. So I thought get cheap one, no problems. It wouldn't fit, so it was about 25,000 more. I made the holes in these parts here bigger, and it still wouldn't fit. It got to the point that the back of the coil here was hitting the housing inside the metal here. So I couldn't take any more of that. So I thought, last ditch effort. I got the angle onto this and ground off 25,000 on both sides. And I thought, will it work? As I said, I still haven't started yet. I've checked it to full spark, and when you turn the thing on and off, the on and off switch wouldn't work. And now it turns on and off, so I replaced the on and off switch too. And hopefully it will work. But this thing has been nothing but a pig to me. So we'll try and start her up. Hopefully she goes good. Get it set out of the road. But yeah, they're not easy sometimes, guys, not easy at all. Decon valve. I fixed the choke issue. The cable for your manual oiler. Put that over the top of your choke lever, and there's a little lip here where they put the cable in the lip, and underneath there to hold the my spot. I pulled that out of that and let it sit over the cable, over the choke, and that way it's smooth, activates right. Before it wouldn't turn off. Now it does. That's on. Make sure that's going. Got some fuel on it. I checked the fuel yesterday. Flywheel, that nut. So after that, just a free nut on the flywheel. Hang on. Bloody hell, no problem. Okay, I was worried about this. That I have to do. I am going to have to modify it. And this nut here is a nut off a clone MS880. Same thread pattern, because the nut that was on the flywheel, stripped the nut, trying to get the flywheel off, and it seems to be slightly fatter than the original. So I can cut that piece off there, make sure that engages properly. It's not engaging properly on the flywheel. So I'm going to have to cut that corner of that nut there off, and the corner of that one there. And I've got the sockets, they're applying the hexagon shape socket, and use that instead. It won't really work. So it's just too round. I hope that's the problem. Pain in the ass. Unless it's in the flywheel probably. Yeah. It's easy to grab. Try again. Oh, another problem. They're doing stuff for my father-in-law, my son. He wanted to do some chainsaw work. Got him organised, looked at my wife's car, and there was a screw in the front tyre. Pulled it out, air started pissing out. That's where garbage bins. People front crap and they bins, and the garbage truck goes past the road in front of the place. We drive over it. All we find now is from our driveway. It's not from our bin, it's the bin that gets dropped off in front of our place. Anyway, I'll go with that. Now, what I'm going to do is, where these points are on the nuts, I'll grind them back to the circle there so these paws can go back in further. Because not going in, not settling on back here. Go back in, buddy. I don't know, 30 hours, something like that. So I'll mark them so I know which one to remove. So if I've still got 4 more points, I can do it up with that. It's Loctite right now. It's pretty tight. It's 17 mils if you want to know, 17. But this is a nut off an MS-880. I thought it'd be fine. Checked it. No, obviously it's not. Pull that. I've got to make sure she's off, otherwise she might start. Pull the decom valve out so get the compression. I think the last thing I want to do. More work. Well, there's a nut. Go adjust her. It also had timing advance on this thing. That looks tight and that. See how far they go in. Now if we're going back a fair bit, make sure that's nice. It doesn't have to be all the way in, it could be there, but yeah, it's another problem. Right guys, I get this organised. Right, I got it done. I'm showing you guys that if you want to port, it's fun to port. But you know, there's certain things you have to work out, and it's tedious, takes time. So I'll cut the edge off there, that one, and the top one. I hope this comes out, I can't see it from there. So I got rid of those points, and it should wind back on to where it was. So I'll keep the nut arm of the black bits upwards, put some lock tightener, and hopefully it should go on. You look on the floor. There you go. There you are. So I'll lock tighten the front again, because I didn't think where it would come off again. You look tight. Now go down the thread and wind it on. So the black part marks are facing upwards still. You're going back on probably. This thread was damaged a bit. There you go. Been cold last 2 nights and now it's bloody warming. Australia, the top of the world. You think about that, Australia is the top of the world because we have more sunlight, we're closer to the sun. So what makes it the bottom of the world? Yeah, down under. I never understood that. More like we're the top of the world. We have the best food, best looking woman, best everything really. Our women are good looking because they're natural. Well that's roughly where it is. So I chow. By the time that foot there winds around to there, that should be good, I hope. Don't line everything up, guys. So it's fine just to do that. The pull star's off, so we put that on. I wonder if it should go more. I thought it ended up before. Get another chat. Might go too far though. That's what it was tight before though. Well, the way for the points. try that. You see if she starts. Right, I'll put the cover back on. I'm not too sure about this. Well, I've worked out what's going on, and nothing really to do with that, none at all. I'll try and explain it to you. The new flywheel, the paws here are sitting on the flywheel. They're all movement, they roll up and down. That's the new Farmtech one. There's the old Farmtech one. You notice it's nowhere near the actual metal. It's higher. So even though it's straight, all I can do is really bit of a slight bend in these to lift it up, or put a washer underneath the screw or something. It's not sitting up where it should be. It's really hard to explain, but it's down too low. And so it's only just engaging on the flywheel itself. With these up high, I have to modify them and do something. They're a cleaner tight fit too. These ones here, I've only just put it together, guys. It's not been used already. That has to be up higher. How am I going to adjust that? Curiosity got the best of me. I know what these are. This is the flywheel that was on the Nitec. And I think the bolts here might be tall. If they come out easy, I might be tempted to pull the other ones out and swap them over. Whack. See, they come out and see what it looks like. Have they got washers, or is there something missing? Different threads and stuff. You don't know when you do stuff like this, guys. It's always a pain in the ass. They haven't made these saws properly enough yet. No kit saws for this. There's a washer there. That washer's underneath. But I'm wondering if that's what the problem is, the missing washer. That washer sits there for the spring, to accommodate that spring, and they're just tall. Oh, there's a crown top of the hole here too. That's to accommodate the spring, so that washer goes there and holds it up a bit higher. So I'm wondering if the other flywheel is missing that washer. It's curious, I'll have to have a look now. I'll take that one off on the saw, and hopefully I can do it. But I hope it's not Loctite, it's the main thing. I have seen Loctite, and when they're Loctite, they're a pain in the buggy ass. So you set one off. Undo it a little bit. The way you whack this, undo. You never used one. Easy, see? Impact screwdriver. Everyone should have one of those in the workshop. You don't use them much, but when you need them, oh boy, you need them. Yeah, so watch it underneath. Alright. I'll pull that one off and have a look. I'll put it back on with Loctite though if it works. Don't want that floating off and wrecking the saw. Let's do this. That's not all about porting, guys, it's about fixing too. I'm wondering if I can do this, if they're built the same way. Because the Nitec one that was on this, they had Farmtech and they scribbled out the Farmtech name. There could be a difference. I know the different, the owner, so. Beautiful. I can't if it's easy enough. Or if anything, I can bend them up on the vise and the head shed. And that will fix the problem too. I'll probably end up doing that, so. Make sure there's no washer. I'm using the wrong bit, by the way. I broke the bit years ago. Like car hinge, door hinge. There's oh, yeah, see, no washer. Okay, that's interesting. It goes like that, but there's no washer, and that's the problem there. Okay, straight away, the problem, no washer. Alright, might just replace the washer. Easy fixed. There comes undone easy, thank goodness. Might there's a washer in this one. Just stupid things like this, guys, that just keep you up at night. Why is that wrong? And you get anxiety attacks because you're thinking, what have I missed or whatever. Because you do things like this and a week later you get parts and just, what have I done, what have I forgot? That's why I end up doing video, so I can remember. No washer, so that's the problem, no washers. After all that mucking around with the nut, I might tighten up a bit more to depth. But yeah, no washers under here. I'll grab the other screws just to make sure they look the same. Hang on, guys. One on my right hand is the one that was on the saw. That's a new one after Fomentec. They seem to be the same, maybe a bit fatter on that collar there for the Kneetec. So I'll see if she screws in. If she does, I'll use the Kneetec ones. Yeah, it's good and fine. Same thread pattern. So I'll put the Kneetec one there. And I might actually find a fatter washer. Because there's a lot of room in those, the pull starter. Out here, a lot of room, but they're too close to the actual flywheel. So, I learned something else. Always learning, guys. Different. I haven't started after a while. I modified the coils. Just down here. Ground it back. Make it fit. Will not fit, my little thing. The wiring back. The wire just doing this. Right, we'll get the parts and get this done. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I found extra washers, and the washers are very thin, but I think it needs a bit more spacing. I just find it weird that one saw has it and one doesn't. So I've got, that's factory, off the original one washer. I've got a little black one. That'll go there too, so they'll hold up just a tiny bit more. Same diameter. But Loctite in that and screw that on. So I'll do all that and I'll bring you back. I'll just show you guys the impact screwdriver does them up too. I think some guys don't know that you can undo and do them up. You got an adjuster here. Really a pain in the ass, but yeah. I put Loctite, I'm happy with that. So you wind it as you're doing up, tap. Yes, you see the screw turn. So that's back on now. As you can see, they're a lot higher. They move properly. Spins in the right spot, I think. That's where it should be. That one there's where it should be. Yep. So that should go on the saw properly. No more, probably. No more problems. No washers. What a pain in the butt. I'll keep these apart. I don't know what I fit. Probably fit $3.95 probably. There's something. That. Go from there. Upside down. You know, you were sort of whatever way, something upside down, just makes it hard. Yeah, straight away for the gauges. So I'll put it back together and we'll try and start it again. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. Now let's see, we get the pig to start. The pig. The pig. Now when you modify anything, do your starter, guys, make sure you pull over slowly. Make sure that it's binding or grinding or hitting each other. Because you don't want that to happen. So a thing will break and pull something apart. The plastic here will smash. Don't ask me why, because I know why. I've done it before. So, you can be able to show you. It turns over. Perfectly. Pretty flat now for being upside down. Turn it on. Until she starts off. See, you're always using different saws. And not all saws are the same. At one point I was going to do it. Do what saws do for fast idle. And they're all different ones. And I always forget this one. Because you can't see it under there. And see that coming? Makes it too much hard stuff. I didn't fight bravely last time, so I'll do one, two more chokes. Yeah, smoke. woodyard. Pain in the ass to start that, guys. Right, at least the core works and it hasn't fallen apart. But yeah, I'll download this because it's been a long video. We lost daylight savings now. First day about it. I'll still try and go to the woodyard. I didn't know if I'd be able to take her though. I'll walk around the river, the still one. But we'll try and get this one done so I can go back to home. Alright guys, I can't go to the woodyard and I'll show you why. I showed you the screw, but not the tyre. Pull this off, get it fixed. Can't go to the woodyard. I need this car back on the road ASAP. But the screw was down there. I saw it walking towards it. You too. So, this hole there. Finger. Screw went in that hole there. So, fairly new tyre. Pain in the ass, but no woodyard today. Over now guys, sorry.